And now, for your delectation, Books Unplugged would like to present Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter.
Here now, Books Unplugged.
Hi there. I'm Theodore Bear.
And I'm Teddy Roosevelt.
Welcome to Books Unplugged, the show where we take a book that has been turned into a film and we discuss it. We talk about it. So today, Teddy and myself are filling in for Ed and Dan.
Yeah, and we're gonna be covering Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, for his birthday. Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter for Abraham Lincoln's birthday. That is what a nice thing. What a good president. What a good president he was. I don't know. So let's get into this. The story is essentially a retelling of the life of Abraham Lincoln, but presupposing that he was he spent a good chunk of his life also hunting vampires. Is that?
I think that's it.
Short of it.
That's it. That's the greatest telling of that story right there.
Yeah, that's the summation.
Books, I need them unplugged, baby. Books, I need them unplugged now.
What is the one thing, either book or movie, that you love about these stories?
Well, Teddy, what I love...
It's Theodore.
Theodore. I love about the book is how they weave in the vampire killing stories throughout Abraham Lincoln's life. And, you get, where the dad breaks down and tells him about vampires, right off the bat. And you get his, how it goes through his early life and political career, and then he's the president, and in the book, he kills a lot of vampires.
Many vampires.
Like a lot of vampires. So that was that was my major love, was just how they weaved the vampires through his whole life.
Similar. Mine's similar is, well, it's more the way it's weaved as opposed to that it's weaved. It's that it's nearly impossible to distinguish between what's real and what's fake. Like, you're reading it and sometimes you're like, oh yeah, and there's moments where you're like, okay, this is, oh wait, no, this is fake, and and
they had those little pictures, those little chapter pictures. You're like, wait, is that a real picture? Was that?
You gotta go Google it. And
I'm not good at history, so I'm not, whatever. It looked good.
Yeah, it was pretty good, but it was real. I mean, it's a credit to the writing. Credit to the writing that he can seamlessly stitch in a weird vampire story. It's basically like what kind of reads like a Wikipedia page.
How about hates? What do you hate there, Theodore?
The movie is laughably bad, but not close enough to actually laugh. It just needs to be a little bit worse to be hilarious, but as it is, it's just irritatingly crappy. And this is a secondary major hate. It probably even should have topped the other one, but it kind of paints slavery as a secondary issue to Lincoln's politics.
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
That was one of my notes too. I was like, wait a minute,
It's like, he doesn't really mind slavery as much as he doesn't like vampires, and vampires need slaves.
Books the boing, booking the boing, and books the boing.
To minor loves and hates.
And we're gonna have to put a hard 60-second clock.
Hard 60-second clock on this one. All right. Let's do them quick. Let's just get them out. No commentary, just getting them out. Okay. I love the pictures in the book.
I love young Abraham Lincoln tricks that first vampire and kills him. How he tricks him, sends him a letter.
I hate the pace. It's too slow, man. It's too slow. The book and the movie, both just too slow.
I love in the movie, Mary Todd takes Abraham Lincoln's hat and stands on it to kiss him when they after their first date.
You like that?
Yeah. I thought that was great.
Would smush the hat.
Oh.
That initial hunting scene where he's almost killed by an old woman. In the book.
I'm sure you probably hate this one. I hated the jumping off of the horses. That horse chase scene where he's chasing on top of the horses. That was just terrible.
Yeah, that's me too. I love and hate the horse chasing scene in the movie. That was the only part of the movie that was so bad it was actually funny. I actually laughed out loud. So that's one for me. You go ahead now.
I loved in the book. Abraham Lincoln was friends with Edgar Allan Poe.
You love that?
Yeah, I thought that was great.
I
Edgar
hated
Allan
that.
Poe was a total
I
like
hated that.
vampire junkie. That was great.
So one thing that I did like in the book is a character that I liked was Jefferson Davis. I really liked as the character in the book, but Jefferson Davis, in actuality, I don't like at all. So I don't. It's confusing to me to be like, oh, I kind of like this character who is just like a horrible pile of human garbage.
Right.
But there's probably still like 50 statues of all over the South.
Books Unplugged. Adaptation for your delectation now.
It wasn't the book. Wasn't the book.
This is
I'm
where we're gonna quiz
this is
each
where we
other.
Try to
on-
stump each other.
Yeah, things that was it in the book from the movie? Things that were in the movie.
I'm gonna start by asking you the horse scene where he kills Bart and it has a horse thrown at him. Is that in the book?
No, that's not.
Not there. Not there.
No.
Odd.
All right. Was it in the book? Abe's mom dying while he reads to her in bed.
Yes.
No, that was not in the book.
It wasn't?
No.
Okay.
No.
The axe with a gun in it.
He watches her die through the crack in the floor.
I don't know if you can tell that. I don't know if you can tell that. I don't care. So the axe with a gun in it.
No, that's not in the book.
Not there.
No. The shopkeeper, Smeeds, whatever the hell his name is.
Speed's there.
Yeah.
Speed's is based on a real person. He had a real homeboy named Speed.
Uh-huh.
How about all the silver on the axe and the silver on the bullets and the silver in the Civil War and all that? How about all the silver?
I don't think so.
Not in the book. No mention of silver.
Right.
reading.
Yeah. Was it in the book telling Mary Todd that he was a vampire hunter?
Yes.
My notes say no.
Oh man, this book made me wish that I didn't know how to read. Like I've never wished for illiteracy more. How about should have been there? What should have been in the movie that was in the book? What's the sections from the book that should have been in the movie?
Mine was that weird John Wilkes Booth vampire assassination plot.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then like he was gonna send off that other dude to kill off some Secretary of State, but
that's all real.
Up. What's that?
That's real.
Oh, was it?
That is real. Where he sends a guy to kill the Secretary of State, and that guy like he's
totally
sick and he
goofs it up.
Goofs it. Yeah, all that's exactly as it happened in real.
I didn't know that.
In reality. That's real. That's like straight. It's basically copied the Wikipedia page. But it should have been there though. It's cool. Yeah, it's funny and it's cool and the assassination, all that stuff should have been in there. It was a good part of the book.
Yeah. How about
For me, the should have been there is the Clancy Grove boys, and like there's this scene where Abe's like young and he meets Jack Armstrong by licking him. He like beats him up.
Oh yeah.
And then since he does that, like the Clancy Grove boys declare Lincoln the toughest SOB in New Salem, and that's how he gets like his entrance into society, because this group of toughs, this like street gang,
I forgot about that.
Supports him and says, I mean, really a great way. Like the movie could have started there, and you'd have been like more into the character. Because that's really a great way to set up a character for a political life in this kind of this very strange way. So yeah, it says a lot about the character. It's really cool. But it says a lot about Jack too, who's not in the movie either, who should be in the movie. Jack's a cool character.
Books Unplugged. Which would you destroy?
Which would you destroy?
Destroying them.
Yeah.
What are we going to destroy? What are you going to destroy?
Theodore, I'm going to destroy the movie. Yeah,
the
movie was cool, but I thought the book had just a way better story.
I agree with you, 100%. I will admit that I wrote the. I hadn't read the book.
Yeah.
I'd watched about 20 minutes of the movie, and I had already made my decision to destroy the movie. That was, it was so bad. I hated the book, and I hated the movie.
Even when he like chopped down the tree with one swing of his axe, when he was like, "I hate my whatever it was," he's like,
It's not how trees work. Not how axes work.
"Oh, I thought
Not,
that was
that's
brilliant."
not. Is he a human being? Is he a vampire already?
Yeah.
How
When
does
and then when he was like, "This is the silver we need," you know, and
there's no redeemable part. The best
Mary
parts
Lincoln
of the,
shooting that one vampire chick by putting her
Terrible.
son's
Terrible.
necklace.
Oh, so bad. It's very telling that the part of the book that you thought should have been in the movie was actually something from reality, because like when he's making stuff up, it's bad. It's bad. This is a bad. Do not watch this.
Yeah.
Do not read this book. It is a waste
I was
of your
hoping for
time.
something a little bit more. I mean, you know,
Better, a little bit more gooder.
a little bit
Me
more good.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Abraham Lincoln deserved better.
So it's every single way. Every single way. I think that this book would have offended John Wilkes Booth. I think he would have thought it didn't give Abraham Lincoln enough credit.
Right, yeah.
Happy birthday, Mr. Lincoln. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
To our fine crumbling country.
Ed and Dan would like to thank you for joining them on Books Unplugged, page to screen and all that's in between. If you like the vibe, please like and subscribe.
What's so wrong with a kid wanting a BB gun for Christmas?
The movie.
Yeah, it's a great book.
This book is awesome. It's a good movie.
It's an okay movie.
I mean, you're probably not going to read it anyways.
I think you should.
So which would you choose to chop up into little pieces and bury out in the woods to never see again?